Wrong bag, wrong bag. Yes. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So we're doing a tinted skin review, which we don't do a lot of these often because my face is terrible, but there has been a few that have really like blown my mind. So the last review that we did was the Lash Paradise skin tint by L'Oreal, and that was really good. It kind of worked just like a foundation. You guys know that everything that Fenty drops, I have to try it. I just have to, because I think it's a really good brand. I love to support Rihanna. I like what Fenty stands for. So like last week, I'm scrolling through Twitter, right, and I see that Fenty is dropping a skin tint, and I'm so excited to try it because I feel like skin tints are perfect for just those days where you just want to look a little bit nice, but you don't want to look like you have a full-on beat. So what it's called is this Eaze Drop Blurring Skin Tint, of course, by Fenty Beauty. So we're kind of struggling with light because it's in the middle of the night, but this is the packaging. So super simplistic like all of their stuff. To be honest with you, I'm kind of a fool for packaging, but at the same time, I understand that packaging, more than you think, actually adds a lot to the price of things. So that brings up my first topic, which is the price. The price is $29.50, so not too shabby. You get 1.08 ounces, so that's a little bit more than your typical foundations. Typically you only get 1 ounce with a foundation, and so that's really nice. For the brand Fenty, I don't really think that we need to go too deep into shade availability because that's what they stand for. But here is what I do want to talk about regarding shade range and the skin tint. It is a skin tint and not a foundation. Therefore, when I came into the store, I kind of expected like, okay, I'm a 385 in the liquid and I'm a 385 in the powder, therefore I'm going to be a 385 in the skin tint. What I didn't realize is that it actually only comes in 25 shades. Those shades are actually supposed to be flexible with multiple skin colors. So initially when I walked into Sephora, I didn't really see anything that led me to which shade I was, so I was kind of just guesstimating. However, when the lady walked over and she said, oh, can I help you find your shade, she had like a little list that like said if you're 385 or whatever you are, then you will be this in the skin tint. So keep in mind that the bottles themselves look a lot lighter than the actual color is, because the first shade that I picked up was shade 18, and I was like, oh yeah, this is definitely it. But when she swatched it onto the polyglass, it definitely was not it. It was way too orange. So I went a shade lighter, which had less of an orange, and I ended up going with shade 17. Shade 17 is described as a medium deep with warm neutral undertones, and so therefore that's probably why it was not as orange as the other one. As far as the description of the product, it says it's a light to medium coverage for all skin tones, blends and blurs to instant perfection, and it's light as air. I'm going to go ahead and start to unbox this. And it's called Eaze Drop, so I'm assuming that it's going to be a squeeze bottle, and it looks like it pretty much is. So this is what I'm... One sec. That was really ratchet. Sorry. Amazon ring lights for you. Anyway, you see how light this bottle is. It's very light, so that's where it can be misleading because they do have these out to sea, but I'm trying to tell you guys it's much darker once you take it out. So I'm just going to start by shaking this. It suggests that you use this skin tint with the full body foundation brush 110. I don't have that brush. I didn't even know that brush existed, to be honest with you, but I do have my It Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe flat top buffing brush. It's one of my favorites to use, especially when it comes to like buffing out concealer when I don't want to use a beauty blender or just applying something that's super light like the skin tint. I mentioned in one of my other videos that lately I've been using a derm roller on my face, and I feel like it's been making my pores very large. I don't know why. I'm just trying to stick with it and see. So if you guys have any advice as to why that's happening or why my face is super oily while using it, let me know. But because of that, I'm actually going to put on my Pores No More luminizing primer, because with this being a light to medium coverage foundation, the last thing I want to do is it to look so pretty and then my pores just show right through it. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a little bit here. That color looks seamless. Take my brush and start in here. This is the perfect color. I feel like this will be nice too for my chest and a little bit of my arms. I have really severe eczema and it has left a lot of scarring on my chest. So at times, like in the summer when I'm wearing a tank top, I get a little bit self-conscious and I try to rub like foundation on those spots. But once that foundation oxidizes, it's pretty obvious that I have foundation on my chest and then it just looks weird. So I just rather the blemishes show. But I might keep this for that reason. I feel like it'll look good. And the coverage, I mean, they say light to medium, but I think it looks pretty good. Like it's covering up all the situations on my neck and chin, all the blemishes and whatnot. All right, y'all are about to get mad at me, but this is just the honest truth. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of what I thought the Makeup Forever HD foundation was going to be. In fact, I'm gonna show you guys the one I'm talking about. This one. I know this is not my color. Ipsy sent me definitely the wrong color, but I just keep it in case I'm doing someone's makeup that is this color. This right here, the Makeup Forever. I thought that this was going to be like how this is. A light foundation. I know it's just skin tint, but a light foundation, but still kind of covered and made you look natural. I am in love with this because it looks so much like my skin and it looks like I haven't tried. Okay, it stayed dewy, but it's not uncomfortable. I would love to have this if, like, you know, when you have a little boo thing and like they might be coming over your house for the first time and you don't want to look like you really like tried to be, because you don't want to be like beat in your own house, like, you know what I'm saying, like you don't want to beat that face for no reason. But at the same time, like, this is one of them foundations, like if you just put on a little bit of lashes and a little bit of eyebrows and then this, yes, he would be like, oh wow, she's so perfect without her makeup on. I'm gonna put on a little bit of my Stay Naked concealer just to give myself a little bit of highlight. Take a little bit of my Laura Mercier's setting powder in the color Honey and just brighten up those areas. This is definitely not the brush to use. Next, just use this beauty blender. I'm not even having this bake really because I don't think it's that kind of situation. I can make it that situation. I feel like if I would have used like one more big squirt, this would have been like a full-on foundation look and I would have been totally okay with that. Now I'm going to line my lips with my Huda Beauty lip contour, and this is in the color Spice Girl. It's like a natural brown, and this lip liner pairs so nicely with NYX Butter Gloss, like in all the colors, but my favorite one to use with it is called Praline. I use this like almost every video. It's just the perfect nude gloss. Quick little spurts of Morphe setting spray. I know it's gonna look good once it's dry. I want to get a little close for you guys. I want y'all to look at this radiance. Like, I always have to get close when I do Fenty foundations and Fenty reviews because look at the skin. Like, Rihanna, you came all the way through. I feel like this is going to pair real well with this, the Fenty cream blush. Guys, I should have put on the Fenty cream gloss. It would have been a done deal. It's very blurring too. Like, it just went right over my pores. And if my pores weren't on swole right now, it would have been over for y'all. Last but not least, I'm just going to add some Fenty Fairy Balm. We're just doing a whole Fenty situation. This is like the top tier highlighter, but it is a very aggressive highlighter, so I feel like I could only use it at some points and not all the time. It's more of a beaming highlighter, but I'm just using it very lightly. Girl, you cannot tell me nothing. I'm out here looking like Rihanna herself. Okay, so not to be dramatic, but this might be my favorite review I have done, like, ever. I love this stuff. Going into this, I knew I would like it, but not this much. I don't think I've ever liked a skin tint this much, and I probably said that on my last skin tint video, but this really knocks it out of the park. Like, I don't know if how it looks is coming through on the camera. I always find that out a little bit too late, you know, like once I export the videos. However, I'm telling you guys, this looks fabulous. Go out and buy this, please. I love it. I would give it 6 out of 5 stars. It is fantastic. Good job, Rihanna. You always do it. Thank you guys so much for watching my video, and I hope to see you guys next time. Please leave a like, comment, and a subscription, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.